Good morning. Supervisor Vanslo is not here today. These are going to be very difficult shoes to follow on the days that Supervisor Vanslo indeed wears shoes. So, so good. We're going to start with our election group, Beth or Mary Beth. So why don't we go first? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for letting us help everybody. Asking permission to attend our January conference in Albany.
I approve both the minutes of the previous meeting and the attendance of the conference.
Very kind. Supervisor Supervisor Wood, seconded by Supervisor Frazier. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Election went well? Still counting?
We're just finishing up.
Okay. The
Military mail today.
okay. When do you think you'll have the final count in as far as family court is concerned?
Probably tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Wonderful. Rachel?
I just wondered overall, what type of increase did we see in voter registration or turnout? Was it?
It was pretty typical of a presidential cycle. When we go back and look at it, obviously presidential years are very busy. And we got a big influx of registrations for the presidential primary. And then we got a second influx of new registrations for the general election. But when you compare that to 2012 or 2008, it's about the same. We had 3,400 absentees, and that was about average. It's a very busy cycle, the presidential year. It was about.
I just wanted to thank you for your social media was incredible this year, and being able to refer people there and share it. Even when you saw some other entities give out misinformation, we were always able to go back to your social media site, share it, encourage people to look at it, and it just cut down on a lot of phone calls, and so you did an excellent job. And the sample ballots, everything was great that came out on it. But I know that was new, and you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Amy, I think did we make a motion? Did we get a motion?
No vote. We had a motion and a second. We haven't voted. Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Good. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Peter's new, we've got to give him a little slack.
That was my fault. I jumped in with a question. I thought we voted. Sorry. Come on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Hurricane Dan's blood
Hi,
pressure's
how are you?
been very high. It's been for about a week now.
Who's still in the house?
They were thinking about moving last week. I don't know if they did.
So Amy or Lee, if you'd like to jump in.
I gave you a packet that has our agenda, which is just our annual property and casualty renewal. We're a little early this year, just because of your committee cycle. But regardless, we have Mr. Pollock here from Rose and Kiernan. On the back of the cover, on my sheet, is the resolution asking you to renew our property and casualty insurance for 2017 with the various companies in an amount not to exceed $922,000. Mr. Pollock will go through a little bit about the renewal. If you add it up, it's about $917,000. We put in about $5,000 because we don't know what's going to come in. Is the sheriff going to buy cars? Is DPW going to buy cars? Are we going to add radio towers? That kind of stuff. So those schedules this time of year in the next month may change a little, so that's why I put a little cushion so it wouldn't have to come back to you.
Right.
I don't anticipate spending any more than $917 plus whatever new things we have. So with that, I'll let Lee go through the chart, the schedules that are in there, and some of his handouts.
Well, and thank you for inviting me in, and it's an opportunity to, ask any questions you have. In the insurance world is fairly stable. The two areas that the insurance carrier, NYMER, is struggling with, I say struggling with, and you don't see this in yours particular renewal, but it's auto insurance, because of the large number of fleets out there, so much can happen. and also in the area of public officers, particularly in the area of hiring, firing, handling ADA, American Disability Act, changes and the what we call the employment practices areas. As an employer, your responsibility, for again, hiring, firing, non-retaliation, non-harassment environments, and Warren County's done very well in that area. NYMER adopted a 12% rate increase in that area, and yours looks like about 1%, and that's their absolute minimum that they provided to anybody this year. So you're doing much better than average. There's two charts in the back. One, I think it's just sometimes helpful to see historical, and that's page 5 of 5. And the historical perspective is the insurance has been very stable. The area that is growing is because of the challenges. If you read the paper, is law enforcement, and that's something that all the communities, all the counties, struggle. It's an important liability area. And then the second chart, it's just how the pie is broken up on the insurances. And again, you'll see the biggest quadrant being the law enforcement, and then liability. The liability coverages amount to more than half of the cost for the county. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm here to answer any questions.
Lee, are there any, oh, go ahead.
Why is law enforcement what's the cost? Why is that going up, or what?
That's a great question. And the Sheriff's Department, there's two areas there. One is street patrols, and in that area, changes in search and seizure and that kind of thing. And then in the jail, that's a tough environment. That you have people very litigious in the jail because they, for what, and it's a violation of rights and things like that.
So simply, if somebody sues us, the cost goes up. It's not because of the lawyer, or?
Well, that's a great question. And the good news is the county has been very successful in being defended. Unfortunately, out of every $1 on law enforcement you pay, $4 goes to defense costs. The loss ratios are running that about 4 to 1, which is good in that the county is very defendable. The sad news is the county has to defend themselves.
Lee, are there any pending lawsuits that are currently going on as we speak?
And yes, and the county attorney and the Sheriff's Department work with the insurance company very closely. They're doing a great job.
So are there any pending? How many are pending?
It has to be in the tort report.
Mr. Chairman, there are about a half a dozen pending right now in different stages of litigation based on alleged violations at the correctional facility. And our position on all of those, there were no violations of anyone's rights, but we do have to defend them.
Thank you. Yeah. Great. Go ahead, Ron.
How much is NYMER our total insurance carrier, or are there other insurance companies?
NYMER is the primary insurance carrier, and then there are some things that NYMER doesn't do that get like cyber liability and that kind of thing. But they are the primary insurance carrier.
And we're a partner with them.
Yes.
Great. Any further questions? Sheriff?
Yeah, I want to come in on this conversation. There's Jim, your question, when we get sued, does it cost us money? Yeah.
Well, I knew that, but-
Well, just to let you know, we have, right now, just came through within the last 2 weeks, 3 separate individuals write letters to the Corrections Commission and to the Attorney General's office, and they make complaints. They allege all this crazy stuff that hasn't been happening. But once they make the allegation, the Attorney General's office ships it back to the, Corrections Commission. The Corrections Commission in turn sends it back to us, hey, investigate this. Well, we've already investigated through the grievance process. We're ahead of the game. We've done it, we documented it. But just those letters being sent out, we have to turn it over to, our NYMER rep, which is, Lanier Johnson, Greg Johnson, who does a great job. And Lee can tell you that they assess a dollar amount of that. Even though it may not be a lawsuit, there's a potential for lawsuit, there's money fixed to that, so it costs us money. Just by some stupid allegations that aren't true, that are sent to the Attorney General of the Corrections Commission. So there's a number, am I right on that, Lee? There is a number of places on that?
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Great. Any further questions? Great, thank you. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
We have to vote on that?
What's that? Oh, just, okay, I'm sorry, let me apologize. I want to get out of here so quickly that can we get a motion to approve the resolution to renew the insurance coverages for the year 2017? Supervisor Wood, seconded by Supervisor Brock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Can I now get a meeting to adjourn? Supervisor Wood, seconded by Supervisor Fraser. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.